Let's dive into the controversy. Explain it, and how much coverage are you going to give this on NBC this weekend?
Well, we'll certainly talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Our coverage starts on USA Today, and we'll do it again tomorrow. A couple of times for sure. So 4 horses have scratched. It was a scratch just a short time ago. Skinner scratched. Now, 3 of those scratches were kind of normal horses scratching where whether it was the horse wasn't training right, got a fever, had a little bit of a concern with it, a muscular issue, the horse scratched. One was a little bit out of the norm, and that's where the controversy of it, maybe the conflict is coming. Lord Miles, trained by a guy named Safi Joseph, who had trained a couple of Derby horses before. He's from Barbados. His barn had 2 horses die unexpectedly, not related to racing injuries. Nobody knew why. The autopsies for horses, which are called necropsies, aren't going to come back in time to know what's going on. So out of an abundance of caution, the people in charge of Kentucky Horse Racing Commission suspended Joe. They scratched his horse, and then the Churchill Downs, the track, suspended Safi Joseph indefinitely until they know what's going on. Joseph was upset by it. I just think it's kind of an abundance of caution situation for the track and the Horse Race Commission to make sure that horse doesn't run the race until they know what happens to the other horses.
How does that impact the Derby?
Not a ton. Was Lord Miles a favorite? No, 30-1 horse. The impact of the scratches is, so there's a points list to get in the Derby. The top 20 of the points list get in the Derby. Not all 20 automatically run in the Derby. Some say, I'm going to hold my horse. There's one, Blazing 7. Their connection said, we're going to hold that horse till the Preakness. But then you go down on the list a little bit deeper to get other horses in. But not every horse sticks around and comes here waiting for 5 people to scratch. So right now we've gone from a field of 20 to a field of 19. A couple of the horses who came in actually have a chance. Mandarin Hero is one that's going to get some betting attention, I think. But it doesn't impact the field as significantly because none of the big favorites, 1, 2, or 3, have scratched at this point.
Yeah, it's not like a Monday qualifier for a major in golf. Right. You know, we're here.
Exactly.
Let me hang around here with my jockey, and see if I can get into the race.
Well, not too far from here, John Daly, famously as his 8th or 9th alternate, won the PGA Championship, right? So there were a few that were here, and they have slid into the field, 3 of them, as a matter of fact. But there weren't 7 or 8 hanging around. There are horses who were like 24, 26 on the list. They are in other races, some on the card here, some further down the line.